Bitcoin making support right at about 11K. Are we going to be able to hold this as support, or are we going to maybe dip down below into the 10K back to 9K? Let's take a look at the charts, see what's going on. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all this evening. If y'all want to stick around for the video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that we all can be updated every single video that we make almost every single day. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, so if you are brand new to the channel, don't forget we use the market Cipher indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI sequential by ToneVase and the market god buy and sell signals. So we're using a few paid for indicators. If you're interested in picking some of those up, you can check the links in the description box below. But we're going to get started on the 15-minute time frame here to see whether or not Bitcoin is going to be able to hold the 11K support, or if we are going to maybe dip below that or just continue higher from here on out. We'll see what trend lines are above head on us on the charts, and then maybe some support that might be below us too as well. So looking at the 15-minute time frame, we're going to go ahead and turn off the Aldo EMAs and get just a clearer picture here of what's going on. So the 15-minute time frame telling us that our VWAP sitting right at about 11K. Looks like we are trending up here. The bulls are in control of this market as of right now as we speak. The 15-minute time frame was giving us this nice little dip here, and it looks like we dipped all the way down to almost that 10.8 area too as well. You could have probably taken a little short here based on our momentum in money flow that was also moving down here too as well. It doesn't look like we quite had a major sell-off. This was quickly bought back up, and the market movers wanted to continue to make this stay above 11K. So it did look like we dipped all the way down to about 10.8. I told my members too that it was looking like you could take a little scalp short if you wanted to, but then also on yesterday's video I said that we may see some retracement, and you can go back and reference that too, that possibly down to 10.8, and it does look like we got that move down to 10.8, and so now we're kind of pushing back up here too. So let's go on into some of our higher time frames and see what might be going on here. It's going on into the 30-minute time frame. Money flow is still looking good. It does look like it wants to kind of round off just a tad bit, but it looks like this is also getting bought up relatively quickly. I think that we'll probably more likely have some consolidation patterns here too, moving forward from here on out. Looking at the 30-minute time frame though, we can kind of see that we are putting in somewhat of a trend line resistance up above head, right at about 11.3, somewhere right around there. So if we push up through that, that's going to be pretty bullish for us. It does look like that is some overhead resistance for us moving forward, which would probably signal a consolidation pattern to probably play out here for a little bit longer, maybe until over the weekend. We can see here our blue line support is right at about 10.5K. And I would imagine that we'll probably start to range between these two areas. Maybe not go all the way back down to 10.5K, but it probably hold support maybe above 11K, and see what the market wants to give us going on into the rest of August possibly. So taking a look at the 45-minute time frame here, you can also see that money flow is kind of bleak right now too as well. Possibly people taking some profits, but also maybe some consolidation and dollar cost averaging that could possibly be going on here in this consolidation pattern that will more than likely play out for a little bit longer before we have a bigger move going on into August too as well. So let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame, and we're going to go ahead and turn off Cipher SR here too as well. Cool. So, we can definitely see that even on some of these higher time frames, or as we start to move into some of our mid time frames, that this 10.3 or 11.3 area is going to be of some resistance for us to kind of push through. It does look like we'll probably consolidate out to the side, maybe put in somewhat of a triangle pattern here that we could probably look for another big break coming out pretty soon. So more than likely a break by the beginning of August, moving forward into August before Bitcoin decides to make another clear directional pattern either to the upside or to the downside. So this is definitely a pattern that you could draw on your charts as well too moving forward. Let's go ahead and turn on the Aldo EMAs as well. Cool. And so it does look like right about now we have our 13 EMA that's kind of dipping almost to our 50. It looks like we're trying to hold support above our 50 right now. And, Bitcoin had a nice little spread here on the 1 hour. So some consolidation is normal. We'd want to see whether or not we continue to spread up higher, or if we are going to start compressing these EMAs into a smaller ribbon pattern. So going on into the 90-minute time frame, we can also see that money flow is still looking relatively healthy here. I mean, this money flow could definitely indicate some pumps that can happen too. Looking at the 90-minute, we are getting a green dot here that is pushing through our 0 pivot point as well, and that's going to be a nice indication for us to continue up a little bit higher, maybe come back up here and retest this 11.3K to give us another trend line point touch, right? And then maybe make a directional move to the downside, or we could have enough volume to break through it. We're gonna have to jump into some of these higher time frames to see whether or not that volume is there. If we start to see red dots on higher time frames, then that'll probably more likely mean that we could still consolidate out in this pattern. If we start to see our blue momentum waves that are wanting to move up a little bit higher, then I definitely feel that we'll have the volume and the momentum to break through this trend line up here at about 11.3K and continue up a little bit higher going on into the very couple of first weeks of August, or maybe even by this weekend. Today's the 30th. We could have a break, possibly by tomorrow or by the end of today too, based on some of our higher time frames and what they might be telling us. So let's go into our 2 hour. 2 hour time frame, we did dip below our 13 EMA, but it does look like we are trying to move back up and hold support above that as well here on out. So we did lose our trend line on our 2 hour time frame. So we'll have to keep an eye on the 90-minute time frame to see where that trend line is going to be at. I mean, we could draw it out here on our 90-minute time frame as well too, something like this. To see whether or not that we are going to get this structure break to the upside or to the downside once we figure out what's going on here. But we are getting a green dot again, making us push up a little bit higher. It does look like we are creating somewhat of a lower high here as well. So we'll have to see how much of a clean break this is going to be above the 0 pivot point, and if we continue up higher than our than where our trend line structure is at, and to maybe give us a little bit more of a consolidation pattern out to the side before we decide a clear break from one direction to the other. Going on into our 4 hour, and I do want to let everyone know about our Path to Cryptocurrency course that is available. You can check the first link in the description box below. The Path to Cryptocurrency course is mainly for beginners to get started in this market, learn and navigate a little bit more about the crypto space without without second guessing, because really there is a lot of shadiness in the space too as well. So you want to make sure that you stay as clear and concise as possible. And if you're looking to just long-term hold or long-term invest inside of this market and want to learn how to get started in it without having to do a bunch of research, I've been in the market for over 3 years now, and honestly, I've come across a lot of ins and outs and just learning about what exchanges to go to, how to dollar cost average is the best way. So there's going to be a lot of different things that we cover in here. I know DeFi is a big thing right now in some of those tokens and how to stake your tokens. How to earn passive income inside of this space. All those questions will be answered inside of the Path to Cryptocurrency course. So come over there, check the first link in the description box below if you're interested in picking this up. Since we are starting to head to higher levels as of right now, this will be a great time and opportunity for you to get enrolled in the course, so that way you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. It is a one-time payment only, and once you enroll in the course, then you'll have access to all the updated modules in the future and as the space progresses too as well. So we are running an early bird special on this right now. Once we start to get some more people enrolled in the course, then I'll up the price on it. So go ahead and get enrolled now. It's just a one-time payment only, and then you'll have full access to it from here on out. And then also don't forget, we have the CryptoTakeOver Patreon page. This is a trading group page, so if you are interested in learning a little bit more about trading and all my ins and outs of the markets, especially some of the altcoins that I am getting into right now too as well, and how and basically my portfolio and what percentage I'm in what altcoin as well as Bitcoin too. You can learn a little bit more about that as well. I also talk about some other commodities and assets that I'm also getting into as of right now. Since we are having a fluctuation inside of the US dollar currency right now, a lot of this money is actually flowing into some of these more tangible and digital assets as of right now. So I let y'all know what my moves that I'm making are right now as time progresses and we're starting to see a lot of different changes going on inside of the economy in the world as of right now. We're going to have to learn how to adjust and how to hedge against the super hyperinflation that's happening. And I let everyone know about what moves I'm making inside of these markets as well too, by keeping you up to date inside of the Patreon page. So it's just an extra way to stay in contact with me if I'm not posting videos or if I'm not reaching out to anyone on chat or anything like that. So yeah, definitely come check it out. You can see all the different perks and rewards that you get. And once you join, make sure that you give me your Discord username and I'll give you access to the public or to the private trading group on Discord. And then we also have the YouTube membership page, which is available. So everything that I post inside of the Patreon page, as far as videos is concerned, I will post those to the YouTube membership page. So all the private videos that I post inside of the Patreon page will be given to you inside of the YouTube membership page, but you will not have access to any of the written posts or any of the private trading group posts that are in Discord. So there is perks and rewards to, having each one. But in all honesty, like if you just want the private analysis videos, then you can join the YouTube membership page, and it is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page itself. And then don't forget, we are on our way to 3,000 subs very, very soon. So I'm super excited, super stoked for everyone that has been here on the journey with us with Crypto Takeover and us trying to produce content almost daily, and then also learning and navigating this space. Obviously it's up and down all the time, but thanks for everyone for being here. We're on our way to 3,000 subs, and the way I want to repay my subscribers back is to do a $100 giveaway in one of our favorite altcoins. So in order to qualify for the giveaway, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So I believe it's the 4th link in the description box below to sign up for the newsletter. It's free to sign up for. And basically, it's an easy way for me to get in contact with you if you end up winning the prize. So we'll do the drawing live here, and then I'll shoot an email or message you on Discord, whichever option you provide for me here as well. And we can give you that $100 in one of our favorite altcoins if you win. So make sure you go get signed up for it. Comment down below 3,000 subs, so that way I know that y'all are ready for this channel to kind of blow up and take off a little bit more, and maybe up the production quality a little bit too as well. So let's jump back into our charts here. Bitcoin in this trending sideways pattern as of right now, it does look like we are creating a symmetrical triangle here. So we'll have to wait to see exactly how this is going to play out. We are getting a green dot here on the 4-hour as well. Money flow is looking really, really nice on the 4-hour, looking like it's, wanting to peak out just a little bit. But honestly, this, the money coming into this market right now, especially on the higher time frames, is just, it goes to show that people are looking for an alternative, a safe haven, and a hedge against the current economic, collapse, I want to say, that could be happening relatively soon. And so, as money is starting to get printed out a little bit more, that would incur hyperinflation. But that would also incline that the dollar devaluation will occur too as well. And we're going to have to find a new way about paying for things possibly, or just making sure that we properly manage our funds as well too. So looking at the 6-hour here, money flow is still looking like it's increasing quite a bit here. It looks like we're ready to put in another green dot pretty soon too as well. So we've had green dots all the way on up to our 4-hour, and it looks like on our 6-hour we're getting ready to put in another green dot here as well too. We are seeing an extended bear count on the TI sequential, as you can see. Let's go on into our 8-hour. We are currently holding support above our key EMAs there too as well. Usually during our bull trends on these mid time frames, we'll hold support above our 13 EMA just from here on out. And it looks like we had a little bit of a retest back here, before we got started with the parabolic run. And as of right now, it looks like we are getting another retest on our 13 EMA, and it looks like we are continuing up to go even higher. So from the looks of it, everyone, I'm going to probably assume that we'll probably break through this top trend line up here in the next couple of hours, or by the end of today and going on into tomorrow too. So we're looking at about 11.3 for a break. if we do decide to break to the upside. And then we're also looking for a few more green dots here on our higher time frames as well too. 8 hour VWAP's kind of clipping up just a tad bit. Money flow is still looking really good. Still trending up a little bit higher. You can see that we have a pivot point up here where we did kind of top out at, but the pivot point sitting right at about 11.4K. So if we break through 11.3, we could probably come back here and find resistance at about 11.4, and then we're going to need to make a trend line break above there. So that's one of our pivot points as of right now too as well that we're kind of looking at. But if we start to zoom in or zoom out on these higher time frames, maybe we can see if there's any more resistance above head where we can look at. It looks like we have a pivot point way up here, almost at $14,000. So that's going to be quite a reach for us to get there. But it also indicates that there's not a lot of resistance above head. That's one of the things that I noticed ever since we passed 10.5K. Is that there hasn't been a lot of resistance above head. So Bitcoin is definitely seeing clear skies for takeoff. So, you know, just be aware. It looks like we are ready to start possibly the next parabolic move for Bitcoin going on into the end of this year. But by all means, you know, do your own due diligence and study as much as you can to make sure that you are properly hedged against whatever is to come, right? Extended bull count here too on the 21 hour. Looks like we had a topping out 9 with the perfect 9 to the bottom side, right where our red dot was about to occur too as well. But money flow is still looking really good here. So, you know, we could see some consolidation out to the side. That's what I'm kind of guessing for before we decide to continue up or continue into the into this symmetrical triangle here as well too. We do have a red dot here. For the most part, money flow on the daily is still looking kind of bleak right now too as well. You know, as we start to get into some of these higher time frames, this is where things get really choppy. The mid time frames were looking relatively bullish. Like we could have a little bit of a pump maybe in the next couple of hours or so. But then as we start to get into some of these higher time frames like the dailies, we can see that there's still probably a little bit of overhead resistance. And we had this purple trend line up here sitting at resistance right at about 10.4K. Or 11.4K, excuse me. That would be probably some major resistance for us. This nice little pivot point here. And then obviously the 11.3K is going to be some resistance, but it looks like we are getting a red dot here on the daily as well, which would probably give us a little bit more compression out to the side and maybe end up fulfilling the end of the symmetrical triangle too as well. Let's go on into our 2-day here. And then also want to reference our Discord server. Our Discord server is available to the public, so if you're interested in joining the Discord server, check the links in the description box below. You can join our Discord server, and then once you click the welcome page, you'll be asked to read through community rules and guidelines. Once you read through those community rules and guidelines, just make sure you click the green checkbox, and then you'll have full access to the Discord server on there, and you can ask questions to our community. And then also we have our Telegram announcements page, which is available. So if you're interested in staying up to date with a few of our announcements, feel free to check out the Telegram channel as well too. And then we use the premium plan by TradingView. I actually show my Patreon members how to get these packages for 50 to 60% off. So there's a private video inside of the Patreon page. If you're having issues finding it, just message me and I can give you a link to the video. But then also, if you are using Market Cipher, I would at least recommend that you have the Pro or the Pro Plus plan so you can upgrade using the link in the description box below. But also, you know, once you get those extra indicators on there, we use the Aldo EMAs, which is the custom EMA I teach you how to set up. It actually is a custom Pine script code that I give you inside of the Patreon page as well. So that way you don't have to have a bunch of EMAs on the left-hand side of the screen. And then also our whales buy and sell signal is another custom indicator that uses custom parameters actually that I teach you how to set up too as well in TradingView. So let's jump back into the charts here real quick. We just turned on our whales buy and sell signal. You can currently see that we are currently getting a buy signal on the 2-day, an aggressive 13 to the downside. These 13s didn't really play out too well either. They kind of had some consolidation to the downside, but you know, I think Bitcoin's still looking pretty bullish, especially with this money flow on our 2-day, with money just kind of moving back into this market as of right now, and maybe trying to take a hedge against some things that are going to occur. So getting a nice little clean break above 10.5K on the 2-day, also wanting to hold support above that. So I'm curious to see how our next candle will close or will open on the 31st, which is tomorrow. If we do get a nice clean break up above here, then that'll be another bullish sign for us too as well. I would say that if our candle body starts to open above 10.5K, that's going to be a pretty bullish sign for us. Going on into the 3-day. 3-day kind of looking for that same thing there too. You can currently see that we had major trend line breaks with our green triangles to the upside here, indicating a trend line break that is happening right now too as well, right at about 10.5K. And that's going to be a nice area of support for us moving forward. Money flow still looking pretty good right now here on the 3-day. It does look like our VWAP is clipping down on the 3-day as of right now, but a clear trend line break definitely happening here right now, which will probably end up finding support above that 10.5K area. And then our 4-day chart, taking a look at the 4-day, let's zoom out here just a tad bit. Yeah, our 4-day is looking like not much resistance above head for us moving forward from here on out. We do have a buy there on the 4-day, and then I told my Telegram channel yesterday that we were getting buy signals all the way up until our 5-day chart. So we're making a clear break above our 10.8 area, which was another key area I said that we needed to hold support above. And if our weekly candle closes above 10.8, that's going to be a big bullish sign for us. You can see here that our momentum wave is just nice push to the upside here, nice amount of volume pushing to the upside as well too. Going on into our 6-day chart here, 6-day chart giving us that buy signal that I did signal the Telegram channel with yesterday. So that's why you need to be part of the Telegram group. It is free to join, so make sure you join the Telegram channel. But then also, getting a nice clear trend line break here on the 6-day too as well. I don't think we've seen these type of breaks before. I don't see any other green triangles here on the 6-day, which is pretty crazy. It just means that Bitcoin was it just means that Bitcoin's getting ready to make some big moves. I think that's the overall trend of it here. This was our last trend line break. The Cipher A. No, we need to turn off Market God. Nice trend line break here. Boom, boom, boom. And then we just continued up from there. So, and that was the start of our parabolic bull run, right? So this is not to be ignored as of right now. I definitely think that we are getting ready for a big end of the year move by Bitcoin from here on out. And this is not to be reckoned with at all. You need to make sure that your chips are in line, and that you're at least spread out in some of these altcoins too as well. Like I said, I give all my altcoins that I'm in right now away to my VIP Patreon members. So if you're interested in what altcoins I'm getting into, I let them know inside of the Patreon page. I just made a post in there about some of the altcoin predictions that we're currently looking at right now too as well. Yeah, and feel free to just come in there and chat with us too once you do join. But that membership is about to start. The Patreon membership is about to restart on the 1st of July, so or the 1st of August. So if you're interested in joining, you might want to wait till the 1st of August to join, and then you won't have to pay double for the month, right? So definitely come in there and figure out what altcoins that we're getting into and what I feel will have the most returns during our next parabolic bull run too as well, and just long-term holds for us. So going on into our weekly chart, let's see what's going on here, folks. No buy on our weekly chart just yet, but it does look like we are getting a nice little clean break or piercing through at least one of our trend lines right now. What we probably want to see is close to by the end of the week, which is August 3rd. So we still have quite a few days for that. We still have, relatively about 4 days until August 3rd. And then we'll see whether or not we can close and create our next candle above 10.5K and then also above the 10.8K level as well too. That's really what I'm looking forward to, is this weekly close. But as you can see, we've gotten nice confirmed breakage above our 10.8K on our 6-day chart with a we'll have to wait actually for this to confirm, but this green trend line break will probably confirm in the next couple of days by August 4th, by August 4th. Okay, so we'll have the weekly close, and then we'll have the 6-day close after that, and then we can kind of get a clear idea of what's happening there. So let's go on into our 2-week time frame. Also, this was also a nice little indicator that money's coming back into this market as of right now, with our red money flow kind of wanting to move back into that greenish area and looking like we are ready to continue up a little bit higher here with our blue momentum wave as well too. So just zooming out there for a broader perspective on what's going on with the cryptocurrency market, especially with Bitcoin. And with that being said, everyone, I think we'll go ahead and end this here. If y'all are interested in checking out some ways that I trade, I use the 3 commas bot to trade sometimes, so you can check out that link in the description box if you're interested in creating your own trading bot. And then also, if you just want to buy on HODL, check out Ledger. And then some other leverage exchanges I use that I would recommend are Bybit, Femex, and PrimeXBT. And then if you want to earn passive income inside the crypto space, be sure to check out the Brave browser. And then also be sure to check out the CryptoTab browser if you want to mine Bitcoin straight from your computer without having to set up ASIC miners. So with that being said, everyone, thanks for tuning in today. I'm glad you're here with me. We're on our way to 3,000 subs. Comment down below weekly chart, so you lets me know that you paid attention to this full video. But then I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.